this is the Wooting keyboard. It is the best keyboard in the entire market for competitive games. Its main selling point is that when you click, it clicks faster, which means its activation key is much more earlier and you can actually adjust it to whatever you want it to be. So it's very customizable. And Wooting sent me this keyboard and we're going to see if it's actually worth the purchase and if it truly does give a better performance in Deepwoken, a reaction-based game. For example, I'm using 0.1 milliliters of key activation. You can see by the F key right there. And I'm barely touching right now. Like just barely, and it's gonna activate. Like you see how it activates right there? I'm barely touching it. So when I press it like this, it's gonna full activate, just barely like gracing it. It's gonna activate. Now it's set to 3 milliliters. So now when I press it, it requires a lot more of a press down to actually activate. It'll be around this point right there. And if we were to go to the highest being 4 millimeters, it's gonna be something like this. We'll have to go a lot further down now to actually press it, like a lot more down. I'll go back to just 0.1 milliliter again to just show you like difference is like, it's crazy. Here's the comparison with my old keyboard, and you'll see that most keyboards, you have to actually like press, like the key has to like actually physically move. It's not like a smooth gliding process. So I have to go all the way down this much. The Wooting keyboard offers a lot more, but just for Deepwoken, the only thing that matters is how fast the keys actually press. So we're going to look at the key activation. Now, to test if a keyboard is truly better than another, we have to test how fast you can click. And you can't really do this in game in Deepwoken, so I have to go to the human benchmark and I set it up. If I want to do this test as well, I'll leave a tutorial at the end, but I set it up so I could actually see my reaction time when using different keyboards and various activations. So on screen, you can see the 0.1 millimeter activation versus the standard, my old gaming keyboard activation. And at the end, because it's kind of hard like to put it side by side, like it's pretty confusing because you know colors going on different times. So at the end of this section, I'm going to probably speed up the footage a lot. You're going to see my average reaction time when using the Wooting keyboard and then when using the default keyboard, and you'll see that I am actually faster on the Wooting keyboard, but not by that much. As you can see, there is a 14 millisecond difference between the Wooting keyboard and the normal keyboard. So technically, yes, it is actually better than most keyboards, and you will actually see an improvement if you buy the keyboard, but not by that much, and it may barely be noticeable as there are other factors at play that determine how fast your inputs will actually be put into the game. But normally you're not even planning 0.1 millimeter activation because this is usually way too low and you'll often accidentally press the key. So for me, I usually like to play at around 1.9 millimeter activation, so I'll be comparing that with the normal keyboard. I'm going to speed up the footage a lot, but it's just so that this is just in one time frame. I didn't like pick and choose the footage. Like I just did a total of 15 trials each, as there's 5 trials per run, and here's the difference. 4 milliseconds only. That is how much of a difference the Wooting keyboard is making. However, it is still an improvement. So the Wooting keyboard, if you really do want to get that edge, getting a Wooting keyboard will actually help you react faster. But is it what you should purchase if you are looking for hardware improvements to improve your gameplay? So there are currently 5 ways to actually improve at the game from things that aren't from simply just playing the game. So getting this keyboard will allow you to react faster, which will allow you to parry better and dodge better. However, should you buy it? Now, if you are looking to improve your gameplay through ways outside of the game, through buying some sort of hardware, I would recommend instead of buying this keyboard right away, you should go for improving your ping instead. And this could be from getting something like an Ethernet, or simply if you're able to buy a better internet provider. This will offer you the most benefit from what you can spend to helping out your gameplay. The second thing that's most important is your FPS. Getting a better CPU and just making your FPS become a lot better through FPS unlockers, and again, like just getting better hardware will drastically improve your gameplay, since everything is going to be a lot more smooth, and we'll definitely see a much higher difference in gameplay compared to the keyboard. The third thing you should probably get is a higher hertz monitor. This is going to provide a much bigger difference in milliseconds, which you can find many videos about on why a high hertz monitor is just letting you see what's happening on the screen faster, which will make you see a higher improvement. But then the last thing you should get is in fact the Wooting keyboard. As you saw, the Wooting keyboard did give high reaction time a better score on the human benchmark. So getting a Wooting keyboard would in fact improve your gameplay. But then the last thing that is completely free is just get better sleep. If you get better sleep and eat well, all of this is directly correlated to your own health and your own reaction time. So if you can't do any of the 4 other options, just get a better healthy lifestyle, like sleeping better, stop procrastinating, doing all that, and you will see better improvement. Thanks again for Wooting for sending me their keyboard. And yeah, the verdict is, should you buy it if you want to improve your gameplay? Yes, but is it the first thing you should buy if you are trying to improve your gameplay? No, I recommend getting the first 2 things first. And if you have an extra bit of money to spare, I recommend the Wooting keyboard. And here is the sound test with a random chime fight. And yeah, hope you guys enjoy. Now, if you want to do the test yourself and see your own reaction time with your keyboard, first you're going to want to go to this website, Auto Hockey. You're going to want to go ahead and download this. Then you're going to want to go ahead and create a notepad document like so. And then you're going to want to paste the following in the notepad. I'll leave it in the description down below. What this basically means is whenever you click F, it's going to left click instead. So as long as this program is running, which we'll see later, your F key is not going to work. It's just going to left click. So you're going to want to go ahead and save as and name it whatever you want. So I'll name it for now just test. And you want to make sure you end it with .ahk. So .ahk. Once you save that, if I were to go to my desktop, you're going to see it right here. And now what you want to do to run, if you don't see the H, just right click it, open with Auto Hockey Launcher. Now you'll see it's running bottom right. So whenever I click F, you can't see me clicking F anymore, but right now it's left clicking, right? So you're going to want to go ahead and go to the Human Benchmark website, and I'll leave a link for that down below. And yeah, instead of just left clicking, you just press F whenever you see it turn green like this. There you go. If you want to turn off, you're going to want to go bottom right and just click exit like this. And now it's off. So now when I click F, it's now actually clicking F on my keyboard.